Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today we are starting the vlog moments. So it is 8:49 a.m. on a Thursday and it is, what day is it? It is Thursday, April 21, 2022, and we are going to PSO, so the Pole Sport Organization competition in DC. Right now I'm working. It is my last day of the week because tonight we are flying to DC and I'm super excited. I've never been on a plane before, so we're gonna see how that goes. I'm excited for the competition, which is Saturday. I'm excited to see DC. I'm terrified about the competition, nervous. I mean, I'm ready. I know my choreo, but like, it'll be fun. There's going to be a lot of really, really good people there, and there are a lot of really great people in my category. So I'm like at this place where I'm just like, I just don't want to lose. Like, I want to have fun, and I don't care if I am 7th out of 14, but I just don't want to be like 14th out of 14. So, goals. Hopefully I do good and we'll see what happens, but this is the start. So I'm walking my little groundhog, badger dog, and Mr. Oswald, and I'm realizing that this is the longest I'll have ever been away from him because we're going up there for a couple of days. Might as well make a trip out of it, but we've actually never been apart this long. So I'm really paranoid. My boyfriend's watching him, but at the same time, I love him, and it's gonna be really weird, and I'm not excited about leaving Mr. Oswald for that long. The maximum amount of time that we've spent apart was, we spent 3 days apart once, and that was shortly after I got him. This was my first time on a plane. It was not terrible. I thought it was going to be terrible. The airport security part was actually the part that I was worried about, and it was actually really quick in Charlotte. On the way back, we had a little more trouble, but on the way there, it was super smooth sailing. It also helps that it's like the shortest flight ever. I think it's like an hour and a half, so really short from Charlotte to DC. We flew to DC and we were able to kind of shuttle around. They had a bus to take us to our hotel, which was nice. We stayed at a Marriott, and we ended up switching hotels though to get closer to the competition. Like, it was just a big old jet setter vibe because we were all over the place between 2 different hotels, the competition, and trying to see the sights in DC. Fun fact, I used to work at a Marriott and I hated it. The first day was not a competition day. We left on Thursday. It was Friday, and we kind of just went to breakfast at the hotel because Marriott had free breakfast, and then we set out to kind of just check out the sights and everything. Pose with your coffee. Oh yes, beautiful. Now, I'm not a total travel boob, but Jillian definitely led me around the subway. I've been in New York before where they have a subway system, but, I try to pay attention, I try to keep up, but, she totally, I'm like a blind person, let's be honest. She was my seeing eye dog. Thanks, Jillian. You're the best. So where are we right now? Yeah, so we want to go towards Margaret's house. One thing about DC is, like, it is just a pretty place to walk around. Like, all the architecture is nice. Like, New York is really nice in, like, the industrialness of it, and, like, there's something picturesque about it. But, like, DC is actually nice. Another thing that's awesome about DC is that everything's like free. Like a lot of the stuff was free to go see. We went to the Smithsonian, and I really wanted to see the dinosaurs because I like dinosaurs, so we got to see the dinosaurs. That one is Mr. Oswald. Mr. Oswald. He's so beautiful.
Dinosaurs are always my favorite.
Yes. Oh, they're so cute.
Devin, look at its spiky tail.
Oh man, that one got wrecked. It's funny how like you get near the dinosaurs and there's like 30,000 kids and like locked that other section and there's like nobody there. Wait, this is like I think looking back on this, I would have loved to actually walk through the entire Smithsonian, but we kind of more did like a couple sections. But one of the coolest sections we did was the gemstone sections. Now at first we're just looking at like moon rocks and stuff, but like once we get into like all the sparkly things, I like shiny stuff, so I really enjoyed looking at all of the shiny things. This one's shiny. Videos for Taylor especially. She loves shiny rocks. She loves a shiny rock. Taylor, this is for you. These are shiny rocks. I'm gonna send this to the group because Taylor needs to see. I'm gonna show her the giant one though. She'll really appreciate that.
You like moonstone?
I do. I love a moonstone. Taylor, look at this shit. It's huge. Oh my god. I have always been a sucker for Egyptian culture also, so I did enjoy looking at the mummies. It was super cool. Also, the weather was super on our side the entire time we were there. It's a castle. We also went to the National Museum of African Art, which I really enjoyed. I found a lot of the paintings really inspiring, and I had some that were really my favorite, and it was the kind of culture that I wanted to just like inspire me before doing a dance competition, because I always feel like dance and art are very looped in the same, and they both can kind of derive the same emotions.
to Memorial is much, much, much better.
I always like the old Abbott Grill. Honestly, this was really good. We just got like burgers, but like it was super good and worth the cost. So very much enjoyed this place for lunch. Woo. Imagine if those were all cherry blossoms. It'd be great, right? The White House and the Washington Monument were both things that I actually really didn't care to see. I mean, the Washington Monument we saw everywhere we went, and the White House we kind of just accidentally passed by it, which it wasn't super exciting other than this man protesting out here. I did like getting to see the Washington Monument to some extent because it reminds me of the movie Forrest Gump. But other than that, it's semi-unimpressive. You did it! We kept having issues the entire time. Jillian tried to have like all of the passes for the subway on her phone, and it would only let us swipe it once on her phone, so the struggle was real. And we ran into issues with it multiple times, and we'd end up waiting, and yeah, so there was that.
What? Silver.
Like that?
I've never seen her crawl under a table.
Fair enough. No table crawling. A giant eagle. One thing about it is like we went out to this like super fancy place the night before competition, and all of the food was amazing, absolutely worth the price. Jillian treated me though, so I can't really say that, but everything was absolutely wonderful. And we had tiramisu, and it was the best tiramisu I ever had in my entire life. So yeah, 10 out of 10. And look at this beautiful bitch. Oh yeah, and that sunset. Wow. We had to get up the next day at like 6 a.m.
It's a video, damn it. Hold on.
to go to competition and pole testing and everything, which was absolutely terrible. I did not sleep good. But I got there to pole test at like 8, and we did the thing. We did the thing. Not only did we do the thing, but we won the thing. So like, yeah, we got first place in level 4 dramatics, so that was awesome. Look at that face. Grr. And the reward for winning is binge eating a large amount of pizza. So that is exactly what we did. We went to this place where you could customize your own, but we really didn't, other than getting extra cheese. We stayed an extra day just to do some sightseeing and to meet up with some of Jillian's friends. Brunch was absolutely amazing, but not much footage from that because I was socializing. But we went to see the Lincoln Memorial after that, and we did a lot of walking. Look, we get to see the thing again. Team Forest! And it's just like, oh my god, imagine running up these stairs. Good boy! Those.
I think they're Japanese.
Shiba Inu. Remember that? Shiba Inu.
I don't think we can get you twerking on him. He's too high up.
No, I think that would be, it was like, be respectful or something it says over there. That's wild though. for a non-functioning reason. For clout. What we do for clout. Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu. Oh, that's a good one. I wanted to see the Martin Luther King Memorial, and that was pretty cool. At first I was really disappointed because I just saw the rock and I was like, what is this? What do you mean this is the memorial? But then you walk around and there's a giant statue of Martin Luther King and it makes it a lot better. So yeah, and it's right on the water, which is really cool. I got like a mini tan from all of the sun that I got walking around DC, so that was also awesome. And this day was a lot less stressful than the day prior that we went sightseeing because I didn't have a competition to participate in the following day, so I did enjoy this day probably just a little bit more only because I didn't have to think about the competition at all. It's too decadent.
I came here at night like the last time I visited, and so like these were lit up and like the fountain was lit up.
That's cool though.
Yeah, it was really pretty.
It's like they wanted me to die. Usually I'm quite the live in the moment person, so I never take videos. But I've also decided that I'm still living in the moment because I don't care about the quality. But I think it'll be fun to edit later.
Yeah, so there's like a range for soldiers for each state.
Oh, that makes sense. For everybody that like participated.
Yeah, and so this is like Pacific Coast, and that's supposed to be like the Atlantic Coast, but I guess they're working on it.
Oh. After this, we went to go see where like they keep the Declaration of Independence, and I wasn't really sure if I was supposed to film in there or not, but I sneezed on like the Bill of Rights, so there was that. I definitely did enjoy looking at all of the old documents, but some of them I really didn't care about at all. I think the cooler ones to look at were the more underrated ones. I'm always really interested in like the women's liberation movement, and I'm also always really interested in the civil rights movement. So all the documents from those eras do really interest me. This is a picture from all of us that went to comp. It's misplaced. But yeah, and then we went to just have like a snack and like some chips and something to drink in between.
This was a trip for getting your steps in. I got my steps in every step of the way, and we walked everywhere, and we took the subway everywhere, so that was fun. Just different. It was definitely just very different from North Carolina, because in North Carolina you need a car for everything. You cannot just like wander around, so that was fun. Let's try to avoid all the pictures. I didn't want to give.
I think it's Ulysses S. Grant.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Where? Oh, that's a princess dress. We went to the botanical gardens, but it was actually closed when we got there. So yeah, we sat outside. We went and met up more of Jillian's friends for dinner, and this was a place that was good, but like I think the alcohol was more the high point versus the food.
Vodka. So I'm never gonna play it.
So on our way back, we did get ice cream, but we also got stuck in like some odd hockey like Canes game traffic, and it was terrifying. And the day came to pack up and leave from one of our hotels, and I was actually really sick feeling, and I had injured my shoulder pretty bad, and the airport only had Five Guys for food, but I got a bacon egg cheese sandwich at Five Guys, and it was oddly really good, but not worth $9, so you know, there's that. So I won, we went to DC, I had fun with my friend, I got on a plane for the first time, and I got sick, and I destroyed my shoulder. Overall, it's a pretty good trip. I hope you all enjoyed this chaotic, messy vlog, and if you stayed this long, you rock. See you next time.